I'm here at the Glacier Gorge Trailhead inside the Rocky Mountain National Park again. And I pulled up here at 5:45 in the morning and there are only a few spots left. It's super busy. And that's looking up at Half Mountain. I'm actually standing right behind the bathrooms at the Glacier Gorge Trailhead. And yeah, that looks pretty awesome. The snow looks clear back there, so I think we can get it. And I'm starting up here at the trailhead at about 10 after 6. And this hike up to Half Mountain shouldn't be too bad. I believe we're looking at about 2.5 miles with close to a 2,300 foot elevation gain. It's just most of that elevation gain is going to be in that very last part. That last like 0.8 of a mile is just like straight up. And we're starting off once again. I've done this trail quite a few times lately. Had it in a few videos. So I'm going to go ahead and skip all this until we get up to the Boulder Brook Trail junction. We'll pick it up there. That'll all be new. Alright, see you at the trail junction. Alright guys, and after about 30 minutes I'm up here to the junction and I've already come 1.7 miles from the Glacier Gorge Trailhead. We want to take it on this way. Coming around the corner, and that's looking up at Half Mountain, and that is way up there. However, check out this view. You guys want to come get a spectacular overlook? I mean, this isn't 25 yards from the trail split. Just come around the corner and you get this. It's totally worth it. I can officially say I've never been on this trail before. However, it is beautiful so far. I just checked the altimeter on my brand new Garmin InReach Explorer Plus with the maps, and it looks like we're at an elevation of about 9,740 feet, which means I've got quite a bit to go. So I just passed over that really beautiful bridge that crosses over Glacier Creek, and I'm going to take this up for, I'm thinking like a half mile. I'm going to check the GPS, see where the best spot is, and then cut off and start heading straight up the slope. And that's when it's going to get fun. That's looking up at Half Mountain, and as you can see, it's too rocky to split off right here. We're going to have to follow the trail down a little bit further and then just try to connect it up that back slope. Just come up back there where it's nice and easy. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be steep, but that'll be doable. This trail is really spectacular. I'm loving it so far, and I have not seen one other person on it. I'm checking the GPS, and it looks like I am approaching some switchbacks. And I'm thinking once I get past the switchbacks, I'm going to split off and start heading up. That looks like a good spot. It looks like the trail does a lot of gain right here, so that's why I'm choosing to stay on it. I'm going to go up past the switchbacks, and then right there where the trail crosses over that 10,000 foot isobar, that's where I'm going to cut up. I'm just above 10,000 feet. I might have come too far, not really sure. Don't think it matters too much. But right here at this down tree is where I'm gonna cut off and start bushwhacking up to the summit. I've been hiking for about an hour and 15 minutes up to this point. And the sad thing is though, I still have roughly 1,500 feet in elevation gain in like I don't know, 0.7 miles. The nastiness is picking up through here. Pretty slow moving. It gets pretty nasty there around 10,300 feet. It's just really dense. A lot of rocks you have to find your way up and over. But this is starting to look better now. Starting to thin out a little bit up here. Trees are starting to thin out. It's looking much better. It's just a grind. I'm over 10,500 now. And the problem that I'm having with this new Garmin is that I'm looking at it every 2 seconds. Super helpful. But we're officially under 1,000 feet to go to the summit. I'm getting up there, folks. Starting to get some views. Looking across to the mummies over there on the right. And you're going to have Flat Top and Hallett on the left. And I'm not even halfway up this slope yet. I'm close, but I probably got about another 800 vertical feet to go. I mean, look at this. This has pretty much been like this the whole time. It's just I'm out of the trees now. I'm up here over 10,800, and I think I cheated too far to the east. I'm kind of hung out to dry in some real nasty bushes over here. These are pretty difficult to get through. But I'd say I'm about 2/3 up now. Well, I can finally see the summit, and it's not too far up there. At least there's not a bunch of trees in the way. Check it out, guys. We got this. I'm probably about 400 feet away from the summit, sitting here getting a nice little drink of water, and all I can think of coming up the side of this thing is Copeland Mountain. This is the final walk up to the summit. Yeah, this took just over 2.5 hours. And that's it. This will be the summit, half mountain. All right. We made it, folks. Summit, half mountain. Luckily, there are some good spots out of the wind up here, as it is pretty atrocious. That's a really beautiful shot looking down into the Glacier Gorge, and those peaks starting left to right. You're gonna have that double humper on the left, Mount Lady Washington. You got Meeker sticking up in the far back. You got, of course, Long's Peak, Pagoda, and Chief's Head. And I'm trying to find a place out of the wind, and I think this is gonna be it right here. Well, I'm just sitting up here in my little spot, playing with my new Garmin GPS, and that thing is nice. I love it. I don't know if you can see that, but it's got me on the summit right there. I went up there and grabbed the registry real quick, all excited to sign it. Yeah, no. This is looking down the slope that I came up, and I came up a little closer to these little things sticking up, and as you can see, the trees extend up higher over there. It's not as steep, but the trees go up higher. Over here the trees are lower, but it's a lot steeper. So I'm going to try and hug it more on this west side going down and see what that's like. So far so good coming down this. Haven't had any problems yet. Whoa. That rock right there just gave out and I went crashing down. Luckily, when I came slamming down on my right shoulder, it didn't pop like it did a year ago. These rough rocks make good hand cleaners when you have to scrape off the sap after you go climbing over one of these little trees slash bushes. I'm not really sure what they are other than a pain in the ass. That's pretty much the name of the game coming down this. Just try to avoid the green stuff, stay on the rocks, and just work your way down. I'm almost 100% sure that if there is some kind of trail out here, that I'm on it, or I'm going back down the best way, because so far this has been really good. It's been pretty clear, just nothing but rocks. There were 2 spots where I had to climb over trees. But, I mean, this is, wow, fantastic. And I'm probably down to 10,500 already. definitely getting a little more congested the lower I go. However, I'm just continuing to cheat over to my right, back to the direction where I came up. And yeah, I'm not too far at all now. A couple hundred feet. I cannot tell you how much I am nailing this thing on the way down. Other than that last little section I just videoed through, it's been pretty much like this. I mean, it's bushwhacking, but it's open. You can get through this pretty easily. I'm at just over 10,000 feet in elevation right now, dropping down. So I'm about the same elevation as I was where I cut off the trail originally. However, where I'm going to meet up with it this time is going to be down below the switchbacks. About another 100 feet or so lower. However, I'm going to cut off a big chunk of that trail though too, so this is definitely the way. I'm only about 100 feet or so above the trail right now, and I can see why I didn't come up this way originally. It is just really steep and congested right here. It doesn't last long, but it's right here by the trail, so it's kind of discouraging at the beginning. But if you can go up this way and get past it, it does get better. And I'm dropping back in on the trail. That's nice. All the hard stuff is over. Let's see if we can find a marker here. So when you're coming up the trail, looking for the place to cut off, it's just beyond that big rock right there, and we're at an elevation of about 9,750 feet. Yeah, that's pretty distinct. Shouldn't have a hard time finding that. I'm just making my way back down the trail, and this day is still super beautiful. All the weather apps said it was going to potentially rain by 1 o'clock, like 60% chance. And I mean, that can still happen. Those clouds just roll in and show up in no time, but for right now, it is looking nice. I bet you guys thought I was going to forget to put this part in, but nope. Every time, every video. And I'm back. Glacier Gorge Trailhead. And it's just past 11:15, so that took me about 2 hours to get back. And that was an awesome hike. I totally loved it. Hope you guys liked it too. And until the next one, peace.